So today we are discussing about line integral and surface integral, and this is a very important topic. Okay. So here you should remember that three things. Okay. So first, the integration of the vector. Okay. So we know that that integration is that inverse of differentiation. Why? Because the differentiation of sin x is cos x and the integration of cos x is sin x. So similarly that derivation of log x is 1 by x and integration of 1 by x is log x. So from these two things are many things we can say that the integration is a what is that inverse of the differentiations. Okay. See if that f of t is a differentiable vector function of scalar variable of t. So that f of t is a function of in scalar variable t. Then derivation of the f of t equal to the capital F of t equal small f of t. Then we can say that the integration of small f of t equal to capital F of t. So here the capital F of t is called the primitive of the small f of t. So this is the suppose the integration of 1 by x equal to log x, 1 by x dx equal to log x. Then the log x is called what is that? That is primitive of the 1 by x. Okay, na? So this is that the set of all primitive that we can take in the constant. So we know how we are taking to the constant. So C is any arbitrary constant and that vector is called that indefinite integration of the f of t. Okay. So this is the integration of the vectors. So here some problems are there. And now come to here that definite integrals. So there are just now we discuss about that indefinite integral. No, now today we are going to discuss. Now we are discuss about that definite integrals. So suppose the integration of small f of t equal to that this is a capital F of t. They're printing that mistake. So this is capital F of t. So integration of small f of t dt equal to capital F of t. Then f of b minus f of a is called what is that? That the definite integral of the capital F of t. So that is in between of t equal to a and t equal to b. So it's denoted by that integration of a to b f of t into dt equal to f of b minus f of a. So this is called that definite integrals. Okay. And now let's see some problems here. See this is so f of t equal to capital F of t equal to t minus, just I will delete, uh, capital F of t equal to t minus t square into I plus 2 t cube j minus 3k. And they're asking to evaluate that integral in between 1 to 2 and the capital F of t into dt. Okay. Now come to the here, the capital F of t. So the capital F of t is the, so I is we are writing outside and t minus t cube. So t minus t cube into dt plus 2j right outside, that is t cube into dt minus 3k into dt. So first t into dt. So here the t into dt, that is t square by 2 and t square into dt, that is t cube by 3. And t cube into dt, t power of 4 by 4 and minus 3k into t into dt. So this is the things. And that equal to we can write, then apply the limits to 192. So when you're applying to the limits 192, that's we can write that minus 5 by 6 into I plus 15 by 2 into j minus 3k. So this is the one example is there. And this is that your one homework. You have to do the same procedure, then applying to the limits. So this is the before limits. And after that, you need to apply the limit. 2 is upper limit and 1 is the lower limit. So that is the one thing you have to write. Okay, no? So here, the definition, this is the important. That small r, the vector equal to capital F of t is the smooth curve if that capital F of t is at continuously differentiable. Okay, so when we can say that it is a smooth curve means that the f of t is that continuously differentiable, then we can say that r equal to f of t is a smooth curve. Okay, so a curve C is called the piecewise smooth curve. So if it is considered of the finite number of the smooth curves, then we can say that piecewise smooth curves. Okay, so this is the figure. That's no need, but you hear one thing you should remember this thing, no? That integration of f dot d into ds equal to f dot dr by ds into ds. So here ds get cancelled. Again, we are getting what is that? F dot dr. Okay, na? So this is called the tangential line integral of f and along the c. Okay, so this is the. So here the one problem is there. The capital F of t equal to 5t square I plus t square j minus t cube j. Then he's asking to find evaluate f cross t square f by dt square into data. So f into d square f by dt square, no? So they given f. So we need to find df by dt. So df by dt equal to 10ti plus j minus 3t square into k. So we have to do the derivation. T square derivation is 2t. So already there is a 5 is there, that is become 10t. And t derivation is 1. So that is 1 only. And t cube derivation is 3t square. So this is f cross df by dt. Okay. Now, uh, we need to find df f cross dy by dt. So cross products. So already we learned in the previous studies, the classes. So how we can find that cross product of two vectors. So here also we find out the cross product of the two vectors, and we are getting these things. Okay. So next one more thing. So we are getting that f cross df by dt. Okay. Next, here that one more example is there. F equal to 3x square I plus 5xj. Okay. And is asking to that evaluator f dot dr, where c is a curve and y equal to x square from 0 comma 0 to 1 comma 2 in xy plane. Okay. So we know that in that all that here you should remember one thing, ma. So r equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Okay, so in the total chapter, you should remember what r equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Then dr equal to dxi plus dyj plus dzk. So these two things you should remember. R equal to xi plus yj plus zk and dr equal to dxi plus dyj plus dz. So these two things are important. So here in xy plane, so in xy plane, what is that? Z equal to 0. So if it is z equal to 0, then r is become what is that? Xi plus yj. Then dr is become what is that? Dxi plus dyj. So understood? So this is r and this is the dr. Okay. Now find out f dot dr. So f is what is that? 3x square I minus 3x square I plus 5xyj. So dot dr means what is that? Dxi plus dy. Now how we can do the dot product? I into I terms. So that is become we are getting what is that? Minus 3x square into dx. Next, 5xy into j into dyj, j into j values. So that is become 5xy into t. Okay, understood? So this is the things. So that's we are getting. mm. Now we have to do that integration of this value. So here the two things we can do that using the parametric equation or next general method we need to find out that. Okay, using the parametric equation and general method you need to find out. So general method I am doing that. So already they given that y equal to 2x square. No? So y equal to 2x square. So y equal to 2x square. Then x is varies from 0 to 1. See, listen here. So totally functions we are changing into y in x. So f dot dr 3x square into dx 5x. And here in place of y, here is there no. So in place of y, we have to substitute 2x square. Again, that is d of 2x square. In place of y is what is it? D of 2x square. So that is become 4x. Okay, so this we have. So this is so d of 2x square. So d of 2x square equal to that 4x. So after completely it is changing in the only in x variables. So we have to do the integration with respect to x and apply the limits. What is that? 0 to 1. Okay, this is the things we have. Sorry. So here the curve is parabola y equal x square and z equal to 2. Okay. So y equal to x square na. So if you are doing the differentiation, it has become dy equal to 2x dx. Okay. And z equal to 2. Then dz equal to become what is it? 0. If you're all the substitute here, dz equal to 0 here. So this term will be completely 0. Okay. And y equal to x square. Now if you are substituting that y equal to x square, so it will happen what is that? X square into x square. Next z equal to 2. So that is become x minus 2. And dy equal to what is that? 2x into dx. So this all things we are getting these. So integration of x square dot into x square into dx plus x minus 2 into 2x into dx. So after the simplification, so we are getting this is x power of 4 into dx plus 2x square minus 4x into dx. So again it is simplified that we are getting x power of 4 plus 2x square minus 4x into dx. Okay. So that is become x power of 5 by 5. So x power of 4 integration is x power of 5 by 5 plus 2 into x cube by 3 and minus 4 into x square by 2. So that integration is 0 to 1. That is become 1 by 5 plus 2 by 3 minus 2, 17 by 5. So this is just a simplification. So you have to do the simplification and you are getting this. So 7, next see the one more example. So evaluate that integration of x square y into dx plus y square minus z into dy plus z square minus x into dz, where c is the curve from the origin from 0 to the point a1 comma 1 comma 1. So first he is asking along the straight line 0 or ON. So along the straight lines, and we are getting that equation to the line passing through the 2 points. That is x1, y1 and z1. And next to x2, y2 and z. So that's we are getting what is it? X minus x1 by x2 minus x1. Next to. So here x1 is become what is it? Or O means origin, that is 0, 0 and 0. So that's become x by 1, y by 1 and z by 1. So that equal to x equal to y equal to z. This is it. So y square equal to x. Similarly, z place also we have to substitute the x. So y square is become that is x square. Why? Because x equal to y equal to z. No? So one place also we have to substitute x and z place also we have to substitute x. Okay, then dy is become dx and dz is also become dx. Why? Because x equal to y equal to z bit. And the differentiation dx equal to dy equal to dz. So this is the important things. Okay, so we substitute and totally the function is changing in x variables. So totally the function is changing in x variables. No? So after that we are getting that x square minus x into dx. So when you should apply the limits, then we are getting minus 1 by. Okay, next come to here. Along the curve, so x equal t and y equal t square and z equal to t cube. So this is the things. X equal to and y equal to square and z equal to t cube. Okay. Then dx equal to dt and dy equal to t square differentiation is become 2t dt and z equal to t cube. Then z differentiation is dz. dz is become 3t square into dt. Now you have to substitute all the values here in place of x, t, and in place of y, t square, and in place of z, t cube. So totally the function is changing in t. Okay. Next, x equal to t, no? Then dx is become dt. Okay. Then y equal to t square, no? Then dy is become 2t dt. And z equal to t cube, no? Then dz equal to 3t square into dt. So we have to substitute in place of dx, we have to substitute dt. In place of dy, we have to substitute 2t dt. And in place of z, we have to substitute 3 theta square into dt. So this we have to substitute. Now the total function is changing into t and we have to substitute the limits of the t. So the limits of the t is 0 to 1 and we have to substitute that 0 to 1. This is the things. So after integrations, so this you have to get after integration and apply the t limits and we are getting this thing. Next, same problem we have to do. class. Sir, mute పెట్ట. So this is the pi 2x y z square f equal to 2xi plus minus zk plus x square k. And c is the curve x equal to t square, y equal to t, and z equal to t cube. And where is t equal to 0 to 1. Okay. Now evaluate f dot dr and f cross dr. Pi dot, sorry. So pi dot dr. So pi equal to this is 2xyz square, no? So now you can substitute that x equal t square and y equal to t and z equal to t cube. And we are getting what is that? 4 into t power of 9. Okay, then r equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Then in place of x, we have to substitute t square plus 2tj and t square k. Then dr is become 2ti plus 2j plus 3t square into dt. Now that integration of f dot dr, that is 4t power of 9, 2ti plus 2j plus 3t square into k. Okay, so this is pi dot dr. Now we have to do that integration with respect to t. So we are getting 8 by 11 into I, 8 by 11 into I, plus 4 by 5 into j, plus k. Okay, now we have to do that integration with respect to d, and we are getting. Now, say the second problem, along the C, that f equal to xyi minus zk plus x square k. Again, we have to substitute x equal to t square and y equal to 2t and z equal to t cube. Yes. Okay. Then we are getting f cross dr. So this is f cross dr. So this column plus j into, and similarly k into. You know how to find that cross product. Okay, so this is f cross dr. So after that, we have to apply the formulas of integration and apply the limits. So minus 9 by 10, minus 2 by j plus 7 by k after the limits. Here the next. Suppose a force field is given by work, find the work done moving the particle once around the circles in xy plane with center 0, comma 0 and radius 3. So this is xy plane. So this is the things. This is the f. So work done is nothing to what is f? F dot dr. So this is the work done. That is 2x minus y into y plus x plus y plus jk and 3x minus 2y into k. And we know that dr equal to dxi plus dyj. So today this is the class.